Woo! What a day. What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and today we had the drop of update 2.2.2, and along with it came a brand new hidden exotic quest rewarding you with the Outbreak Prime, now known as the Outbreak Perfected. Many of you will remember this as the Rise of Iron exotic from way back in Destiny 1 in the Wrath of the Machine raid. It was basically the penultimate raid exotic weapon. It had a huge questline in Destiny 1, and it's got a huge questline here in the world of Destiny 2. And in this video, we're going to be covering exactly how you can get your hands on the Outbreak Prime, as well as the catalyst for it, and maybe even a little bit more. Strap yourselves in though, this is a very long, very difficult quest. But believe you me, the rewards are well worth it. Alright, this all starts with a Fallen Transponder that you'll be able to pick up over on Titan. So, load up the game, head to Titan, and accept the Heroic Adventure Bad Neighbors. You actually might not even need to be in the Heroic Adventure mode version of this. I was able to get to this room without being in an adventure. But seeing as that adventure's available right now, you might as well. Now, once you've made your way somewhat into that adventure and gotten past the first room with the Shrieker, you'll find yourself in this hallway here. If you look at the door to the left, you should get a prompt saying that the door is either locked or unlocked. Now, initially there was a lot of confusion around what you needed to do to get this door to unlock itself. Basically, what you need to do is you need to have the world quests for Titan completed. This starts with the questline Enemy of My Enemy. You go through it, it's an awesome questline. It ends with you either saving or destroying a fallen captain who you might be hearing from a little bit later. Once you finish that questline, this door should be unlocked for you. Initially, a lot of people thought it might have been tied to the adventures on Titan, but after doing some testing around, it definitely looks like it's tied to that quest line. So go and get that done. It doesn't take very long if you haven't done it already. It is the quest line that you complete to get started on the Rat King exotic quest line. So if you've got the Rat King, you've very likely already gotten this finished as well. Anyway, once you've gotten that done, you should be able to head into this door. Once you do, follow the path I'm taking here, and you'll find an area you can examine. Do so, and you will receive the Fallen Transponder. Inspecting this item shows that it's got 6 nodes that need to be activated. Each one will have a text clue about where you can find the specific nodes. These nodes are located in lost sectors across the system, generally on the EDZ and on Nessus. They'll reside in little corners of several lost sectors, and we're going to go through the exact locations of each of them here, going in chronological order. Alright, once you're ready to get started, load up the EDZ and head over to the outskirts. You're going to want to head into the lost sector, the Drain. Once you're in there, follow the path that I'm taking here and you'll find the first node. The second node is going to be located in the Whispered Falls. So, once you've gotten the first node, turn right back around, head outside of that lost sector, and find the Whispered Falls in the back of the outskirts. Make your way along the path that I'm taking here, and you'll find this node over in a cave on the right, once you enter the big area with the waterfalls. 2 down, 4 to go. Node number 3 is actually located in the Trosslands, inside the Atrium. This is the lost sector inside of the church where Devrim K can be found. Head on inside, follow the path that I'm taking here, and you'll find node number 3. Once you've grabbed that one, turn right back around and head back into the Trosslands. You're going to head across the way over to Widow's Walk, which is the lost sector to the left of the church. This node will be located in the back on the ledge above the treasure chest. Once you've grabbed that one, you've pretty much gotten all the nodes that are available in the EDZ. It's time to load up Nessus. Node number 5 can be found in the Carrion pit. This is the lost sector located in the Glade of Echoes. The node in this one will be located near the treasure chest and the boss of the sector. If you're facing directly towards the treasure chest, it'll be located in a hidden alcove over on the right. Follow the path that we're taking here and you'll find it in no time. That's 5 down, we've got 1 to go. The final node is located in the lost sector, the Rift. This can be found in the Exodus Black area. Once you've found the lost sector, head inside, work your way towards the end, and the node will be hidden on an alcove where 2 vandals will spawn. Follow the path that I'm taking here, hop inside the box, and the node will be yours. Once you've gotten all 6, congratulations, you're almost done. Well, almost done. Once you've activated all of the nodes, you're going to get a long string, a huge series of characters. Don't worry about decrypting that right now. Your next step is to head to the farm. You've got a special visitor there waiting for you. Once you've loaded up into the farm, head into the newly opened cellar and you'll find that you have a very special visitor. It's our good buddy Mithrax from the Enemy of My Enemy questline, and he'll have a brand new mission available for you. Speaking to him will start that mission, but make sure you're prepared. It's going to launch you into a light level 700 version of the mission 0 Hour, taking place in the old destroyed tower from Destiny 1. Yeah, that's right, we're going home for this one. Now this mission is absolutely massive. First things first, it's difficult. You're probably going to want to have a friend or 2 with you when you're running this. It's going to perform very much like the mission for the Whisper of the Worm, in that it's a timed event. You're going to have 19 minutes to make it all the way through the mission and defeat a series of enemies at the end. And this one is a wild ride. For those of you Guardians who have gotten Whisper of the Worm, you're going to be very well acquainted with how this works. Although this mission kind of works in sort of the opposite way, whereas Whisper of the Worm had a massive jumping puzzle and then a series of rooms that were incredibly difficult, just jam-packed and filled to the brim with enemies, this mission starts out like that. You're going to have a few rooms where you need to take out every single enemy in order to progress. And then once you've made your way to the point where we originally started our journey in Destiny 2 in the Homecoming mission, you're going to move on to an incredibly long and confusing jumping puzzle. The specifics of which are gonna be a little bit confusing, and honestly, the best thing I can think of to say to you here is just watch what I'm doing here. I'm gonna play through the entire jumping puzzle showing you exactly where to go. There are a few shortcuts here and there that you can take, but I'm generally gonna show you what is the easiest way to get this done. So simply follow the path that I'm taking here, making sure to hit all of the levers that I'm hitting on the way if you have some teammates with you who are falling behind. Generally, those levers will open up extra jumping paths that make it easier for the people following you to get ahead. So go ahead and hop to it. Now, once you've reached around the midway point of this puzzle, you're going to find a bit of a miniature maze. This one is going to be different than anything you've really ever faced in Destiny, since this maze has an undefeatable enemy in the form of a wall that patrols the edges of the maze and will speed up whenever it's in your line of sight. Your goal here is to hit 4 switches, 2 on the left and 2 on the right, to open up a pathway in the middle that will let you continue on with the maze. Generally, the easiest way I can think of to explain it is this. This area is like one gigantic square, and on the left and right side of the square are 2 extra half squares. Like, think of them as big U's on the front left and front right and bottom right of the sides of the square. And at the middle of those branching paths are going to be switches that you'll need to hit. Again, there's 2 on left, 2 on right. The easiest way for me to explain this is when you're dropping down and you're starting off on the maze. Let's say you drop down and you head left, because you're going to drop down in the middle and you can choose which path you want to go. Whatever direction you're going in, just keep making whatever turns show up. So if you take the left path, take every left turn you can. So anytime you see a left turn when you're running along the left path, take it. You'll find a switch, you can hit those 2 switches, and then you'll make your way over to the right-hand side of the field eventually. Doing that should take you in a full circle around the battlefield and back to the door in mid. And it's the same if you take the right path. If you go right, take every right turn that you can and you'll eventually find the 4 switches. But do beware that the automaton is going to be moving around the battlefield. You'll be able to hear it when it's coming. There are little cubby holes along the side that you can hide in when it's coming past, but whenever you're within its line of sight, it's going to speed up and it'll one-shot you. This is a heart-racing, high-anxiety section. But overall, the puzzle here is very simple, and once you've hit all 4 of those switches, the path in mid should be opened up to you. Go ahead and head on through. From here, just follow the path we're taking here until you reach the Cryptarch's vault. Once you've made it to the vault, the trick here is to simply turn around and head to the door that has the Cryptarch symbol near the bottom. If you get close enough to it or shoot it or whatever, it should open up for you. And once you've gotten this far, congratulations, you've reached the end of this mission and the final boss fight. Now this is just going to be a no-holds-bar, full knuckle fight. You're going to need to eliminate every single enemy, including the ads, in order to complete this mission. Don't ignore them. The first thing I would say to do is definitely take out the turrets along the side, and then you can start focusing on the boss. Once you do that, he's going to start spawning some Ultra Servitors who will spawn some Shanks of their own. Just take them out first, and then you can start focusing damage on the boss. Tips here would definitely be to focus on the ads before you start trying to take down the captain himself. His shots are easy enough to dodge, and cleaning up the battlefield will definitely make this fight much easier for you. Of course, be liberal with your super usage here. You need as much damage as you can. Cataclysm Nova Bomb with Skull of Dire Amkara is very helpful for cleaning up the ads, especially once the servitors start spawning. There should be enough enemies caught in your blast that you should get your super back just like that. And of course, damage boosting stuff like Hammer Strike is going to be very much appreciated. Overall, this fight isn't too hard if you're at the right level and if you've got 1 or 2 people with you. So as long as you get to the final room with maybe 5 or 6 minutes to spare, you shouldn't have too much trouble taking him down. And once you do, you will be rewarded with the exotic pulse rifle, Outbreak Perfected. And oh man, what a wild ride this one was, Guardians. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Outbreak Perfected itself. And oh man, you D1 veterans will have to try to contain yourself, because man is this a blast from the past. It's coming with the ability The Corruption Spreads. This weapon creates Siva nanite swarms on rapid hits and precision kills. This will seem very familiar to those of you who had the Outbreak Prime in D1. It's also got Extended Barrel, Accurized Rounds, Outlaw, and its special ability, Parasitism. This weapon does more damage to enemies based on the number of Siva nanites that attach to them. This is tying in, of course, with this gun's ability. If you're landing rapid precision hits or getting kills, it's going to shoot out nanites everywhere that are going to attach themselves to enemies. The more of those nanites are on enemies, the more damage they do to them. Basically giving the Outbreak Perfected its own latent damage buff on enemies who are attacked by these swarms. So the more rapid hits you're landing and precision kills you're getting, the more swarms you're generating, giving this gun the potential for big damage in the future. And man, it feels really fun. It's a 450 RPM pulse rifle. It's got 36 in the mag, pretty decent stats, and it is as stable can be. I haven't had too much time to go testing around with this thing, so we don't have a review ready quite yet. But I am really excited to give this thing a shot in every game mode I can think of. Now, that's not exactly the end of the Outbreak Perfected here. Of course, once you've completed this mission once, you unlock the heroic version of it, which is a version of the 0-hour mission that comes with Void Burn and a slew of changes to the jumping puzzle near the end. Completing this will grant you the catalyst for the Outbreak Perfected. And then, much like the Whisper of the Worm catalyst, you'll need to complete this mission on Heroic again over a series of a couple of weeks in order to complete that catalyst. Additionally, there's also a hidden quest inside of the heroic version of this mission that evidently might be tied to an exotic ship as well as something else out there. We'll be covering all of that in a later video though, especially a guide for how you can get through the heroic version of this mission. Since again, the pathing for the jumping puzzle is very different. But alright Guardians, that is pretty much it for your video guide on how to get the Outbreak Perfected. This dropped as a complete surprise to Guardians everywhere today, but I don't think anybody was expecting the Outbreak Prime to be returning in the world of Destiny 2. And I can't tell you how unbelievably excited I am to have this gun back in the world of Destiny 2. I had no idea this thing was coming. I had no idea they were going to pull an old raid exotic like this. But man, what a surprise today was. But that's going to be it for this one, Guardians. If you've got any other tips or tricks for getting the Outbreak Perfected, be sure to leave those down in the comment section below. Have you already gotten this thing? What are your thoughts on the Outbreak Perfected? Was it as big a surprise to you as it was to me? Be sure to let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But alright Guardians, that is going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.